Hello, yes, autumn is here, winter is coming. What a pain in the derriere it is. Catch you inside. RevelatorAlf. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well in these testing times. So yes, here in the UK, autumn is here. Look, the leaves are just starting to turn here, and definitely it's getting colder, a lot colder, especially at night. If you watched my other video the other day, I was kind of talking about that. And also winter is coming, so I'm already testing new products for winter rides, new clothing, that kind of stuff. I'm going to be bringing out videos about that as well. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about my thoughts on autumn, how much I love it, because you know, the colours and everything like that. You get out into the countryside and the trees, how beautiful it is, but also what a pain it is, because if you're anything like me, you have to either get up really early in the morning and ride, or you come back really late at night and ride, and you're riding, and the temperatures can just suddenly drop, and you know, -2-3 degrees, depends where you are, of course, in the UK. But then you can have a day like today where it's bright sunshine. Yesterday it was kind of torrential rain all day and all night. The roads, or the back roads, get full of crud and dirt, and especially as autumn progresses, all the leaves start falling onto the road and it becomes, you know, a slippery mess and a bit of a death trap. But it can still be a really nice day. But at night it's a real horror show, as it were. Then, you know, you get into late autumn, and then pretty much all the leaves have, well, I wouldn't say totally fallen on the ground, but then it gets really colder, really slippery, and then you go out on your bike for 5 minutes and it's just covered in crud. If you watch my earlier Harley riding videos, I was always talking about keeping it clean, and I sort of gave up with that, really. But you know, also the voltage regulator and the oil cooler, a lot of that was to do with all the crud that I was getting off the all the road debris that was coming off the road and hitting the underside of the bike. So you're constantly having to wash it, and or you know, hose it down with some water or something. It's a bit of a pain. But look, I digress. I mean, I'm not really moaning about it. Well, I am moaning about it, of course I am. But it's kind of one of those transition periods for me. You know, lots of people love autumn, and I do. But from a riding point of view, you're never really truly comfortable, because you don't know what the weather's going to be. Here in the UK I'm talking about, it can be raining 1 minute, freezing temperatures, then boiling hot the next minute. So you kind of, you know, and this is one of those times when I'm glad I've really got saddlebags, which I can pack, you know, my waterproofs or, you know, extra layers and just stick it in there. Or if I've got them all on, I can just take them off and put them there. You know, but it's almost like I just want it either to be hot, where I'm just riding in my normal gear and my open face helmet, or I want it to be freezing cold, like in the dead of winter, and I've got all my, you know, waterproofs on, and my warm weather clothing, my heated clothing, my full face helmet, whatever it is. You know, this kind of transition period, and spring is the same as well. And you have really cold days, you have wet days, warm days. You know, you're never really sure which way you're going to go, really. But there we go, that's life, I suppose. But let us know your thoughts about this. You know, what do you think of the autumn rides? As I say, I know it can be absolutely beautiful, but also know the roads, especially the back roads, can be a bit of a pain, especially when you've had heavy rain and lots of grit gets in the middle of the road, and that's it, you're riding on marbles, basically. All the leaves come down and you're just slipping and sliding all over the place. You can't really go fast, and if you go too slow, that's a bit of a pain as well. So, you know, here's a top tip for you, or something that I live by. I don't know if it's going to help you at all. People talk about, you know, changing their riding styles for winter riding, and I've done that in the past as well. I watched my previous videos about winter rides, and I kind of talk about that. Riding in a more upright position, you know, going easy on the throttle, accelerating, braking, decelerating, all that kind of stuff, right? And not, you know, not really leaning hard into bends, all that kind of stuff. But my winter riding doesn't start in winter. My winter riding starts now. pretty much, or anytime there's crappy weather. You know, I adopt that different style, but now I'm really more conscious of it. And it's not so much because of the wet, it's not so much because of the road debris. What it is, it's more to do with light, because the nights are drawing in now, and also definitely temperature. As the temperatures come down to near freezing, I know that there's a good risk of ice, especially in the middle of the night when I'm riding home at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Don't ask me what I'm doing on the road at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, because that's a long story. But, you know, put it that way, you know, it's one of those things. That's why I'm constantly monitoring what the weather is and what the temperature is likely to be, and if there's risk of ice or not ice, you know. And it depends on the roads that I'm going as well. So anyway, I've just booked my tickets for Motorcycle Live this year. It's in December here in the UK, in Birmingham at the NEC. So if you're there and you see me, come and say hello. We haven't actually been there for a couple of years, have we, because of COVID, and I think I wasn't sure they were going to do it this year, but they have, and I know a couple of suppliers they've got stalls there as well, so I'll probably go and say hello to them as well. But I'll have a nice little walk around and see all the bikes. It'll be interesting to see how many stands there are, how many exhibitors there are, how many businesses are still intact, obviously throughout this whole period that we've gone through as well. Obviously lots of things are waking up, but you know, and lots of businesses are kind of reawakening, as it were. But it'd be interesting to see what Motorcycle Live is, and you know, how the big businesses, the big manufacturers, how much of a show they put on, and the smaller manufacturers as well, and the smaller suppliers, you know, what they bring to the party as well, because that'd be really interesting. But I know I'm looking forward to it, so if you come and see me, say hello. But I say we'll be in the dead of winter there, so you know, I should be hopefully trying to keep myself warm, either my hands or my nether regions or wherever I am. But anyway, but if I survive until then on these British autumn roads, then it'll be a plus, and then all I've got to do is just coast through winter and then back into spring. Beautiful. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. There are lots more videos coming, lots more product videos, and all that kind of good stuff as well. Right, I will catch you again very soon. Ta-da.